You ever get the feeling that something about your faith just feels off? Like you're doing all the Christian things, going to church, saying grace, posting a verse here and there. But deep down, you kind of wonder, am I just going through the motions? Because I've been there. And honestly, a lot of us are living something that's more Christianish than Christian. It's me. Welcome to another video. Before we dive in, okay, so I'm throwing myself in the ring on this one. Oh, don't worry. I know what you're thinking. What's she gonna say? Some little TikTok prayer? Hold my coffee, Lord. No, none of that here. And hey, if you want to stay after, I'll share some practical ways we can actually do this. But today, I really want to challenge us with something uncomfortable. So let's talk about Christianish. Because if I had to describe a lot of how we live now, that's where I'd start. Going to church because it looks good on Instagram, praying because you want God to bless your plans, liking uplifting posts because they feel nice, not because they change you. And hey, no shade to any of that. But if we're honest, we've traded the deep for the feel-good, the transformative for the trendy, the countercultural for the comfortable. In a nutshell, Christianish is doing Christianity light. It's treading water in faith without diving into the depths of what it means to follow Christ. And that's not a bad thing. Not at all. I mean, let's face it, who wants to go full Christian? The comfortable waters of Christianish lets us dodge the hard questions, the messy situations, and the sometimes hypocritical church people. So in essence, it's us trying to have our cake and eat it too. But the question is that even possible? Is there such a thing as dabbling in faith and still coming out whole? The answer, my friends, is a big fat no. But don't worry, stick around because I'm gonna tell you how to swim back to shore. These days, it's easy to blend in, to fit faith around our schedule rather than letting it structure our life. We love the good vibes Jesus, the God's got me moments, the kind that fill our feed with confetti and rainbow text. But we skip past the take up your cross part, Luke 9:23. Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross daily, and follow me. Yeah, that part's not exactly trending. And that's the problem. We love the idea of Jesus, the hope he offers, the community, the promise of heaven, but we don't want what comes with it. You can't have one without the other. You can't dip your toes in and not dive in. It's all or nothing. Well, actually, it's more like everything. Because real faith isn't a feeling, it's a fight. And let's be real here. The enemy knows that if he can keep us comfortably numb, he's got another pawn. See, in this season of life, we're constantly bombarded with messages telling us to look out for number one, to chase the latest trend, to escape the present moment. And I get it. It's scary to confront the truth, to admit that I need God more than he needs me, that I won't always have it together, that I might fail, that I could lose it all. But here's the secret. I already have. Have you ever lost anything you never got back? A friendship, a dream, a loved one? I have. I've buried my grandma, lost my passport, messed up opportunities. Life is messy. And here's the beautiful thing. God still sees me as his masterpiece, as someone worth dying for. That's why when we try to bargain with God, to hold back a little piece of ourselves, he doesn't call us out, shame us, or give up on us. He waits patiently because he knows that I won't and realize how much I need him until I've tried everything else and failed. And then he'll be there to catch me. See, Christianish is like wearing a seatbelt the wrong way. It gives you a false sense of security. You might survive the bumpy ride, but when the crash comes, you won't be protected. Here's the thing, faith isn't supposed to be comfortable. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6. That means that following him will come with challenges, with discomfort, with growing pains. But here's the kicker, that same path leads to transformation. We can be conformed to the world or transformed by the renewing of our minds. Romans 12:2. You choose which one sounds better to you. Here's the harsh reality check. Our comfy Christianish lives have consequences. First, it steals our joy. When we choose convenience over commitment, when we pick pleasure over purpose, we rob ourselves of the peace that comes from knowing and serving the living God. Second, it limits our potential. See, if we settle for the sidelines for a diluted faith, we're not stepping into all that God has for us. We're not walking out the front door, we're staying safely inside. Third, it cheapens our witness. When our actions don't match our words, when we say we believe but don't live like it, we lose our credibility. People see the gap between what we say we believe and how we actually live, and it makes them question not only our faith, but the truth of God Himself. So how do we get out of this rut? How do we ditch the Christianish and dive into the deep end of real faith? We do it one step at a time. Step 1, pray the prayer of commitment. Lord, help me put away childish things. Help me be bold in following you. Give me courage to leave the familiar and move forward in faith. Give me wisdom to discern what is right. Step 2, identify the lies we're believing about God or ourselves. Maybe it's, I'm too broken for God. Maybe it's, I can handle this on my own. Once we identify those lies, we can start replacing them with the truth. Nothing is impossible with God. I am strong, but I'm stronger with God by my side. Step 3, focus on one area of growth at a time. Maybe it's praying daily, reading the Bible regularly, or serving others. Start small and build from there. And hey, don't beat yourself up if you stumble along the way. Just get back up and keep moving forward. The bottom line is this: we can't keep living on the surface. We have to dive in, even if the water's cold, even if we don't know what's down there. Because real faith isn't about looking good on the outside, it's about being transformed on the inside. Real faith is messy, it's uncomfortable, it's countercultural, but it's also real, it's genuine, and it's what we were made for. I know it's scary to take that leap of faith, but guess what? You're not alone. There's a whole community of people out there who are doing the same thing. So are you ready to take the plunge? Are you ready to go from Christianish to all in? Let's dive in together. And hey, before you go, I've got a favor to ask. Drop a comment if you're redone with the fake and ready for the real. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button for weekly videos that help you walk out your faith. Thanks for watching. See you next time.